What's up? Football Friday Championship weekend. Officially December. Shout out Counting Crows, long December. Also, shout out to the good people of Fireball. We are excited to have Fireball as presenting sponsor of Pick Central. Football season is the best time of the year, but inevitably, you see us find some way to get it ruined, whether it's getting our team getting beat, losing every bet, or getting crushed in fantasy. Fireball is here to help you say F it and keep football season as incredible as it should be. The Fireball 50-milliliter shooters are perfect to ignite pregame, tailgate, or game watch. Plus, no shot glass needed. Just crack it and knock it back. Fireball's iconic cinnamon flavor tastes fire and goes down easy, making it the ultimate crowd pleaser. That's why it's the number one shot in the U.S. and takes any event to the next level, especially the SEC Championship. Ignite your fandom with an ice cold shot of Fireball and join Old Roll at their tailgate in Atlanta to kick off the SEC Championship game with Fireball December 2nd. That is tomorrow. So go check out the good people of Fireball. Ev, how you holding up?
Hanging there in Chicago. Got a W last night. Split. We're back. We're out of retirement. We're officially out of retirement. We're
All right.
back.
Good. How you feeling otherwise?
We're hanging out. I was sitting between you two sickos the other day, but we're day quilling it out. We're battling. We're good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's that time of year. I don't know what to say. But you would
influenza.
You would want your guys playing hurt, like, you know what I mean? If
That's why I'm here.
If McCord, yeah, exactly. Like it took me a while. I learned it. So sometimes, listen, things are out of control. If the Verrazano Bridge shuts down, I'm gonna have to bow out. That's kind of how it goes. Maybe I go through Jersey, but yeah, when it's play hurt, play sick,
get the ferry,
battle through, play late. It is what it is. So all right, yeah. So championship weekend. I do want to touch on a good Thursday night game last night. Really good Thursday night game last night. The Cowboys pull it out. I'm in the, I guess, minority or still in the camp that I think the Cowboys are a true Super Bowl contender despite having a lot of wins over bad teams. I do think the Cowboys can make a run at the division in the East. I truly do believe that. But I was already a Cowboys guy, so to speak. You guys watching that, does it change your opinion that the Cowboys had to fight tooth and nail at home against an okay Seahawks team to kind of pull out that win?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of still – I don't believe the Cowboys are a Super Bowl contender. I think they're a very good team. I will say one thing you were right about, Rico, which I saw immediately after the game, Dak Prescott MVP. That talk blew up after the game, and I was thinking, Rico was on that. But no, the What?
Rico was on Dak Prescott.
Rico was saying Dak Prescott yesterday on the show.
Bosco. I don't think my mic's on, but I brought that up yesterday.
I thought it was Rico. Rico was really holding the ground on that. Am I wrong?
I swear on my life.
Yeah, I'm not.
I said if he had any other name besides Dak Prescott.
You did say that.
Brought it up.
You did.
You brought it up. I then said, let's look at his schedule. He's got a lot of primetime games.
Yeah, how about both? We take both?
Can make a run of that.
Yeah,
but no. Not both. Well, I want to make sure it's both, not all three.
Not me.
Oh, no.
One was going, he's going to lose these games.
Yeah, it was him.
So,
and I will say,
and
this was not a very good showing by Dak Prescott. Not a great showing by the Cowboys, especially defensively. And they've only beaten one team with a winning record. Actually, none now, I guess, technically. They don't have a single win against a winning record now.
They were a winning record at the time.
I know, but I'm saying right now, the schedule, they don't.
But I think that, I don't know, I think you're crazy if you don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. I think their offense is so good right now. Their offense is on. I think their defense showed a little bit of problems yesterday, but I don't know. I don't know how you can't say they're Super Bowl contenders.
Because there's two teams in the NFC that are significantly better than them.
I don't know about significance is not true. They lost by 3
I don't
the
think
Eagles.
I don't think you can say the Eagles are significantly better right now.
They're not. I think that we showed it. They lost by 3 at Philly. That's they played.
They should have won too.
Should have won. I don't think significant.
Ev, you've always kind of been like, listen, you've always kind of been, you're never as bad as you bad, and you're never as good as you're good. So like, are you saying that too? This, hey, one game against the Seahawks, still kind of buying into the Cowboys, or because you do have to look at the full resume, a lot of wins against bad teams, struggle last night. Does this add up to your still doubts from a non-Cowboys guy, no horse in the race, 100 feet up?
No, and almost like weirdly, it almost made me kind of like them more a little bit.
Dude.
I mean, like,
I like
we're
that.
acting like the Seahawks are like slouches. I mean, like the Seahawks are a solid team. The problem is that score at the bottom. Like, I still think that the Niners just match up very well with them, and I think they, especially if they have to go to San Fran, that'd be a problem for them. But I mean, they're literally favorites over the Eagles next week. They're favorites at home.
Yeah.
I mean
that's
they should have beat the Eagles the first time. I mean, I've been a bigger Lions fan than anybody. The Lions have not looked good. I mean, the last few games. So I mean, it's impossible to say right now the Cowboys are our top 3 team in the East right now. NFC right now.
Ev, I'm going to read you this stat off. David Lombardi himself, which is horrific. You could see it?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
I said.
So
I said the one at the bottom is the one that
right. So
I still think the Niners are way better.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this as like a boxer. This is how I'm going to break this down. His whole way up through the contenders beat the shit out of him. Those are the losing teams. Left no doubt. Knockouts. That's how they won. That's method of victory. Knockouts. Had got to the area of like battling to be a number 1 contender. Those are the non-San Francisco teams. You're going to win and lose tough games by 2 or 3 in the NFL, like if you're a contender. So like, okay, 1-1, average score, and then got knocked out, got a title shot, and got knocked out by the 49ers.
We're not acting like the Eagles. Like the Eagles lost to the Jets. Like we didn't say they're bad,
right?
You know,
that's their only loss, by the way.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. Where it's like I'm not like that's just a game that they didn't play. It's more of a fluke, not a fluke. Just like they didn't show up that day. Sometimes the teams just don't show up on Sundays, and it's not. I just think that the Cowboys are right there. I think they're like right there with the Eagles. I think I've said it. The 49ers is a nightmare matchup for them.
Right there isn't enough, though. So, like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
So the reason
Eagles, I think they're literally the same.
The Cowboys should have won that game.
Regardless, they didn't. So the Cowboys likely are going to now have to play the entire playoffs on the road. That's a detriment.
That's not true though, because they play the Eagles like what next week.
I said likely. I didn't say 100%.
That's what I'm saying though. Like if they play the Eagles next week, they win. They're a game out of them, where the Eagles do have some.
There's a lot of ifs you're saying with this hypothetical, though. They have.
What do you mean? That's what hypothetical is, dude.
No, there's a lot of ifs there. So hypothetical have one if.
Is ifs, you fucking idiot.
No, it's not ifs, plural. It can be just one.
No, like the Eagles. If they lose out, they're not going to get. Like that's what hypothetical is.
But there's a lot of moving parts for the Cowboys to.
No, there's not.
If they win, there are.
If they win next week, that's the if.
Now they're a game back.
Oh no, then you could absolutely lose at the Bills the next week, and you could absolutely lose at the
Dolphins, and then they play the Lions.
I'm not trolling, Marty. Your point is if they beat the Eagles, they catch up. But their schedule is so difficult.
Yes, I get it.
It's not just because they beat the Eagles.
You're doing the same thing as he did yesterday. Yes, they can lose the fucking games, dude. I understand that.
Yeah.
But you guys are saying that there's like.
Oh, no, I think the Cowboys can win the division.
I don't get how we're not like. They're 9-3. What have the Cowboys done to say they are not Super Bowl contenders? I'm asking Clemmer.
What have they not done? So they have lost the Eagles that first game. They played a very soft beginning part of their schedule. And on top of it, they are right now 2 games or a game and a half back of the Eagles. That makes it tough. Now, the Eagles could always lose this week.
Yeah.
And then they lose against the Cowboys. You're right. That's a couple ifs, and then they're tied. Or actually, the Cowboys will have the advantage.
But again, let me ask you this question, because I've been big on this with the standings in the NFC. And Ev, if you want to weigh in on this, you can too. The NFC standings right now are Eagles and 49ers. And then you look at some of these wild card teams. Yeah, Detroit obviously is going to win their division. I think they're pesky as well. But other than that, who can you see losing or beating the Eagles and 49ers in a playoff game in the NFC? The fucking Seahawks? No. The Vikings? No. So to that point, when there's only 4 teams left and one of them the Cowboys, you have to say, if you think the Cowboys can beat one of those 2 teams, and that list of teams that they could beat in the NFC, that they get beaten by in the NFC, is very short, you have to say the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders.
Okay,
you have to.
On the other side of it,
you have to.
On the other side of it, though, who do you like better? Let's say we enter the playoffs. So by the way, right now the Cowboys are plus 600 to win the division. So it is a bit of a reach. So let's say it does end up kind of being chalk, and we end up going to the playoffs with the Cowboys finishing in second place, but the Lions win their division. Who do you like better going into the playoffs? The Lions, who will have some home games, or the Cowboys, who will have none?
I still think the
You would have a Cowboys team that I think has a little bit more battle scars on their resume than the Lions. So, like, I think Dak could be, like I say it all the time, like one of the guys who can break through. Yeah, I think the Cowboys pose a better threat to beat the Eagles or 49ers in a playoff game than the Lions do.
Oh, I think 100%.
So that's why I can truly.
The only thing I'm
a
scared
Super Bowl
about is
contender.
that I think they were talking on the broadcast yesterday. They aren't as good on grass. They're not. It's weird.
I feel like the Cowboys have lost 1 million games out at Lambeau.
That stat was crazy.
You saw that was on the broadcast, right?
That was, unless I was like tripping.
That's what I was. I thought I was.
I didn't see that online, but I think it was during the broadcast then.
Like,
it's like Dak's numbers are astronomically different.
Insane.
He's like a 500 quarterback on grass.
Yeah.
And then like a 72.
And isn't 49ers grass and Eagles grass?
I would think
Yes.
Eagles is still grass.
I mean, but isn't it? It doesn't even mean like maybe it's not grass, but it's like artificial. Like it's like
Nobody's.
it's not like
grass
turf.
anymore.
Like it's not
all
inside.
turf.
It's not like turf.
Let's see.
Think Lincoln Financial.
By the way, Cowboys 3-3 on the road. So them going on the road is a problem. They're a much better home team than a road team. And if they're going to have to play every playoff game on the road, that's tough.
Rico, I thought you hit the nail on that. You were what I'm thinking. Where listen, I hate the Cowboys more than anybody. They're the team I hate out of like any league, anything. I hate the Cowboys.
I'm simping for him now.
But what you said was true. Where the reason you almost have to say they're Super Bowl contenders is what you said. Like there's no like do I think they're going to go to San Francisco and beat the Niners? No, I really don't think they're going to do that. I think that's highly unlikely. But I think they have a better chance to beat the Eagles than on the road than the Lions do. I think they've just played them a bunch. They played a bunch of really close games. They should have beat them in Lincoln Financial this season. They got stopped in the one like twice. So you almost have to say they're contenders because to me they're a top 3 team in the NFC.
Yeah.
So you must even though I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? No, but I mean it's easy to just pick one team and be like, give me the field.
I just think
that's not like a hot
I
take.
actually don't think if you asked me if they could win the Super Bowl, I would have a hard time saying no. I really would.
Here's the grass stat, by the way. Do you guys want it?
Yeah.
How many places are still grass?
That's the record.
That's insane.
What is this from? Like, I don't understand.
I would
Like,
guess the past 2 seasons. I mean,
10 and then 20. So the last 30 games?
30 games.
I would not say 2 seasons.
It's 30 games. So
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
basically 2 years.
I just
What do you mean?
No. I'm surprised there's that many places with grass.
me too.
I mean, look at last week. You remember
That's a
when
fair
Josh
point.
Allen fell and his grass stains all over him?
But look, it's more the defense almost than anything. Obviously, the offense is affected too.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
both. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
By the way,
defense is giving them almost double the amount of
and then
points.
do you guys? Here's the Meek slide 2. That's the pass.
I mean, it's actually that's a significant stat to look.
I feel like
Pretty
a
funny that
big
he can't
chunk of
stop
that
throwing
just because he's so good at home. I feel like a big chunk of that just because obviously they play it
Right.
at home.
Yeah.
the books agree with you guys, by the way. Cowboys are 4-1 to win the NFC, which puts them squarely in a contender. And that's ahead of the Lions, who are 7-1.
Can I
Hold on. 6-1 to win the division, but 4-1 to win the NFC.
Correct.
I think that makes sense. I mean,
makes sense.
they're back right now. They're back with only a few games left.
They need help to win the division. Like they need the Niners to lose.
Yeah, okay.
The Niners to beat the Eagles. Even still, the Niners would have. Let's say the Niners win this week at Phil. Let's say the Niners win out and the Cowboys win next week. The Niners would have the 1 seed.
Oh, we know that. I don't
Yeah.
think the Cowboys are getting the 1 seed.
Yeah,
And they have the head-to-head.
that's.
So,
Yeah.
that's easy. I'm just, but still being only 4-1 in the NFC.
Eagles are plus 250 to win the conference.
seems a little light.
Niners are plus 150.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just think that there's a lot of these wild card teams that I've been picking on. Like, hey, no disrespect to the Vikings. Like, you guys were dead in the water, had a good season. Like, good for you.
Dang.
Seahawks, Geno
Teams
Smith.
aren't going to make the playoffs.
What?
They're not going to make the playoffs.
All right, so then consider any of the other teams below it. Packers, nice story. Rams, nice story. Saints, stank. Bucks, stank. Giants, stank. Like this, those are the teams right there.
Oh, you're 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, so
I think like the Rams are like the weirdest team in the world when Stafford's like
they could have been healthy. Yeah.
listen, they're not going to win a Super Bowl, but I'm saying there's only 3 real teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
We knew that coming
4.
into the year, though.
I don't even think the Lions are.
Oh, that's not fair.
I don't know if
They're a
it's
real team. There's 4 real teams in the NFC.
okay,
That is a huge
real,
drop-off.
but like I think Super Bowl. I don't think they're a Super Bowl threat. I really don't. I don't think they have any shot to beat an Eagles, a Cowboys, or a.
I have a healthy debate for you guys. Who would you say is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL?
Overrated?
I think I have my take right now.
I mean, I know what Marty's gonna say.
Well, yeah. I mean, I actually think he's properly
I
rated
might,
now.
I might even agree with you.
Yeah, you know mine's Herbert, but if there's not Herbert,
Allen?
dude, he's.
I think these guys get.
I'm not gonna say most overrated, but he's on the
overrated,
list.
though.
Rico, and by overrated, I just want to clarify. Do you mean if he's rated as a top 3 quarterback, you don't think he's a top 3 quarterback, or you still think he's a top 10?
Yeah,
That
I
would
do.
be
You know what I'm
overrated.
saying?
What?
This is insane.
I think that's technically being overrated.
No. But he's top 3.
Well, I do. I think
don't
we
think
put.
he is.
I think we put Allen
Who's
into
top-
the elite
who's top
category
three?
just a second too early. But
Who's top 3?
I mean, if you're going off like the past 5 seasons,
Top 3
yes.
quarterbacks
If you're
in the
going
NFL?
off of the past 2 seasons, Hurts for sure.
Yeah, Hurts, Mahomes.
He has better numbers than Hurts this year.
All right, well, I mean,
Yeah,
What? He does.
I know, but the Eagles are 10-1. He's had to be in more passing.
Oh, so now it's
Yeah,
the record.
I think wins matter more than most.
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to say mine.
Like,
Jared
there's
Goff.
winning quarterback.
Talking about quarterbacks.
Jared Goff's the most overrated.
Jared Goff is the most overrated quarterback in
No,
NFL, in
he's
my
not.
opinion.
What do you?
I think
he's,
the
he's
guy's a
underrated,
bum.
if anything.
I think
He's
he
a-
actually gets
I
a lot
mean-
of shit for no reason.
I don't think he gets enough.
I mean, the guy. Yeah, look at the guy's like one bad game, and all of a sudden he's the most overrated quarterback. What are we
Can't play in the
talking
cold weather. Has to have the perfect offensive line. Has to be in the perfect situation to succeed. How many teams do you put Jared Goff on where he just shrivel under the lights?
I don't think a lot.
He won an NFC Championship game.
Didn't
In
he?
a
I mean, he's
perfect
played the Super Bowl.
situation.
What,
I like a flip counter argument to that, Phil. How many
I
situations
don't think
if we
people- I
put
don't
you
think
under the
people rate
lights
him
would you
that high.
fold?
A lot.
Yeah. Okay.
he won. Like he went to the Super Bowl. Like how?
I don't.
Okay, and they won it without him.
Yeah, but he went to.
He got to a Super Bowl. It's pretty
was
bright
Joe-
lights. NFC Championship game is pretty bright
And
lights.
he
Joe-
scored 3
I'm
points in
gonna-
that Super Bowl.
No, but how did they do before that? He got them there.
Yeah.
Then we get credit for
I mean,
his going
I mean,
there?
he's,
I think you get
His
some as
quarterback-
bright lights.
So does
Phil.
Joe Burrow get no credit?
No, he gets credit.
He had one of the most elite. You could if Jared Goff had the Bengals wide receiver core, Phil would be like, got carried by his
Yeah,
receivers.
yeah.
Great defense, good receivers.
Like the
Anybody can do
Bengals,
that
like
system.
literally had the best defense and has a really good core, but everyone was sucking off Joe Burrow, which they should. He was good,
because he made winning plays.
but he lost the Super Bowl. Is he overrated?
I also just want to say the Lions fucked me in Survivor, so this is
Got it.
why
Alright,
I'm
that's
having
okay.
this
So
on.
weird personal
Tell
vendetta.
us
Totally.
that.
I think Deshaun Watson's the most overrated quarterback.
I actually
That's a
think,
good take.
I think he's just.
No, I think
I
he's
don't think
broken.
people think Watson's really that good anymore.
I don't know. You see some people say, I don't know. As far as like, overrated, I guess that's where I
I
would
think
land.
Josh Allen's
Tough
getting
question.
like so much. It's like people want him.
I felt
to
like
be
they put Josh
overrated.
Allen in top 3, 4, just a little
way too early.
too early to a
but,
degree.
like,
I think it made sense at the time.
It made sense at the
Did.
time, but also like he still has the most touchdowns this year. Like he's still.
And the most interceptions.
Yeah, but like when you talk about like when I talk about Justin Herbert interceptions, like no one talks about like the tip balls. No one talks about when he throws it with 3 seconds left, a Hail Mary, it's an interception on 4th down, long pass interception. Like that does go into
does.
it. But no one talks about that. But like, there's not many quarterbacks you would take over Josh Allen for your team. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
You talk
I
about
would-
situation.
yeah, we've
you talk about
you know,
situation.
we've
Eagles,
gone down
Eagles
that.
have a way better situation than the Bills.
If you're talking also for Josh Allen, I think there's legitimately 4 quarterbacks that I'd maybe take over him. So like,
Yeah,
This is just a
so that's
BS
why I don't
argument.
think he's overrated.
Yeah,
That's not
I'm
what
just saying,
I'm
I don't think
I think
that
it's
he's
just
a top
becoming a
three.
thing like when
Like-
people want to shit on him right now.
I'm looking at it right. I think I take. I don't know, but this is just a healthy debate. Burrow, would you guys take over him? Let's all assume healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
take Burrow. I would take Mahomes.
yeah.
I would take.
Stroud, DeVito, Ertz.
Boyle.
I actually have a healthy debate at the end of the show. Someone called in for yesterday and they hung up. Interested for this this table's debate. Would you take Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
I actually don't
Aaron
think
Rodgers.
so. No, like
Oh.
why? Like
Hurts,
you
yes.
put-
Rogers.
You think you put
One
Jalen
season.
Hurts?
One
Close,
season.
but
Let me
I'd
ask you a
say
question.
yes.
You put Jalen Hurts on the Bills. You think he's the same quarterback?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think he's pretty
That
good.
offensive
Yeah,
line
that's
helps a
pretty
lot.
good.
You know, with the Eagles.
The Eagles have the best offensive
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Like
That's a lot.
that's where I'm like, when you say take him over, it's like put
Definitely helps.
one of if Josh Allen's in the Eagles situation, you think he's throwing that many more picks?
I don't
Honestly,
know. He makes weird decisions.
I do, because that's just a decision making.
Yeah, he's like a gunslinger. He
know,
is Brett Favre
I think when he has
2.0.
more time, he wouldn't. But
I think that's just decision making. What about Lamar? I think that's an interesting one.
Lamar's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL.
I weirdly agree with that.
Yeah.
He's still got to win. You just stop those that.
He's the youngest MVP in league history, and
I'm not saying that.
we just don't talk about him that
like,
way.
to get over the hump of like overrated.
Also, like his best receiver is like a rookie receiver this year. Now with Mark Andrews out.
Yeah. We've been down that in Allen or whatever. All right, NFL in terms. We'll get to championship weekend. We had Brad on yesterday. Ev, I don't know if you listened. I'm interested. I know, like I said, I don't want to break down because we're gonna watch all this shit play out. But like I am interested. I saw Van Pelt do that segment the other night with the iPad. This guy wins. This one wins. I'm kind of just rooting for it to come down to Alabama and Texas and see if they have the fucking nuts.
You're an asshole if you think that if you want like just the right teams to win, easy four. I want chaos. I'm agreeing with you.
Well, yeah, I just want to see them squirm and do what they do and look Texas in the eye and be like.
So let me ask you a question. This is how it would have to happen, right? Alabama wins, Michigan wins, Florida State wins, and Texas wins, and either Pac-12 wins.
That's the one where there's 5 spots, 5 teams, 4 seats.
Or there's actually technically 6 teams, 4 seats.
Why who?
Like Georgia's still
Georgia.
Georgia
still in that.
Yeah.
Even like
But I
also like Ohio
it's
State,
crazy to
like-
say, but Georgia's like a distant 6th in that scenario for me. Because you had 5 champions. No, Ev. You're right. You know what, Ev? Actually, that's a good face because the way the committee looks at it, they will not put Georgia as a distant 6th.
No.
Think about what I just said.
I mean, think about
SEC
it,
champion, first loss in 3 years, distant champion. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That like to them, that's like they can't compute that. For us, normal, we're like, well, hold on. What are the other teams did? Oh, they won all their Power 5 titles. Oh yeah, Georgia's. Hey, tough break. They will fight and claw and be like, and Georgia will then move above all them.
In that situation, though, I do think this makes this decision easier for them in a weird way because I think that they'll leave Oregon out and they'll just put in Michigan, Florida State, Alabama, Texas. I really do.
I'll tell you what. I think that's a scenario. I think this might be the only scenario that can maybe do it. They might fuck Florida State if that happens.
That's a chance. That's a definite chance. That'd be fucking insane. Because we were talking yesterday with
they're
Brad.
Sitting there with Georgia and Florida State and being like, who like that? God bless Florida State. That game would be a fucking blowout.
But not even Oregon too.
And Georgia could go win the whole fucking thing.
You think they put Georgia in over Oregon too?
I don't know.
But
No.
Big Ed, we were talking about
man.
this yesterday
Cannot.
too.
Cannot.
Ed, we were talking about this yesterday too.
Probably
Like
not.
we were talking about how everyone's like, oh, if they like what you kind of just said, it's like if you put Florida State against Georgia, it's a 15-point spread on a neutral field. But Florida State did play their season and won everything. It's not best team; it's best of what they were dealt with.
Most deserving.
Most deserving. Thank you. Like. That's where I do listen, nobody in the fucking world wants to see Florida State in the college football playoff. Nobody. Without Jordan Travis,
Yeah, but
nobody
if they,
wants
if they
to.
win,
But
they should go.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
We
They
asked,
should.
that was the question I
We're all
asked
praying
Brad.
for Louisville to fucking win.
That was the question I asked Brad yesterday, point blank. I go, Brad, you are the definition of the sharp guys on Twitter. You are the definition of power rankings and Vegas and neutral field, what they would be and all that stuff like that. I said, but when it comes down to it, you're also a diehard college football fan. So what do you want to see? Or what do you think is the best formula? And he goes, if you don't do most deserving, the whole season is a sham, basically. So he goes, even though LSU right now would be a 17-point favorite to Washington or Florida State or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? He goes, Florida State wins, they should go. And I respected that because some guys, I feel like they get so sharp out in Vegas or they get so into the power ratings and this and that. They lose sight of the fact that these two teams played head-to-head and one won and one didn't. That's the way it goes. You know what I mean?
He's right. I mean, he's absolutely right because you can't because he's right because it's like, what's the point of the season? Because if they just did it off like if they did it off like Vegas power rankings, it literally would be like Georgia.
Yeah, the whole season is an exhibition. The whole season is an exhibition. None of the games mattered at that point then. It's basically just try out for 12 weeks, and then what we see, we're just going to judge you on point spreads.
Because I'll tell you right now, like the Vegas top 5 would be not in order. Would be like Georgia, Bama, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon.
Yeah.
And then there's a drop off in terms of like I looked it up in terms of like point spreads and the way they'd be like rated in that way. Those are the top 5, and then it's a gap. But you can't do it that way.
Dude, we even said that like
you just can't. You just can't do that.
If you go off of what we were saying, like if you put neutral field LSU, Florida State, LSU's a favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like that's where.
But guess what happened earlier this year? Florida State smacked LSU.
Yeah, but it's without the quarterback.
No way.
Yeah.
Like going to the third string.
Oh
he took
my
he took a shot.
So
Wow.
So I will say.
Was anyone watching live? Did you see the hit? It was crazy.
Yeah, yes, I did. He got smoked.
He got smoked.
I saw this last night.
shit.
FSU Twitter has been saying that I guess it doesn't matter because it's a freshman going into the fucking ACC championship, so you can throw everything. Talent-wise, I think FSU fans are at least higher on the freshmen.
Interesting.
I'm gonna be honest. That makes me so much. They're gonna win. That's a story.
I will say
that's a
there
story
is-
that just happens, and this guy fucking wins this and wins a playoff game.
Third string quarterback, conference championship game.
No tape on him.
And where have we seen this story before?
Oh, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah. So
They also won 59-0.
No, but the game hasn't been played yet. You're like, and what?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Imagine the freshman
Listen,
just wins
if they beat
42-0 or
Louisville-
42-10.
If they beat Louisville by 40 points, God bless them.
If they beat Louisville, I'll even give them 3 touchdowns or more. I'm putting it in, and they get into the playoff. Immediate future on it.
Let me ask you a question though. Florida State.
Because that's sports jinxes, Clemmer.
That is true.
That's sports.
That is
right
just
there.
true.
That's-
Third string quarterbacks that come in like that. But let me ask you a question. Florida State wins 10-7.
Give me data on that, then we'll see how real it is. Other than anecdotal, like this happened one time once.
Florida State wins 10-7, and their defense plays an unbelievable game. Obviously, they even scored like a pick 6 or whatever. They win 10-7. I could see them getting left out.
If they end up getting to that scenario where it's like everyone just, oh my God,
Like they just got completely lucky.
Oh God, that would just be so crazy.
This is also like
I mean, just someone's gonna get fucked.
yeah,
Unless
no,
it's just
someone's
going
gonna get
perfect.
fucked, and it's gonna be awesome. But this is why everyone's like, "Oh, I can't wait for the 12-team playoff. Can't wait." I love the 4-team with this. I know I want to see 12 because
But
it's gonna be
it'll
cool.
It'll just be extended to the 12th
Right.
team.
Yeah, like
it'll
some,
just be
but we'll be
like,
talking about like more,
13 team would be fine.
talking about,
I
like,
actually
more
am
mid-majors.
flipped. I kind of think 12 now might be a little too much. I think I like 8. I think 8 is the number.
But it adds, but it brings so much more. Like it just puts so much more seats on the table. And what people don't realize is as much as like it might hinder. Like we may never see an Ohio State Michigan game like that again, where the stakes are like that high. But you're taking a little bit off that to add so much more to so many more games.
Yeah,
Like I think it's like you're trading. Like I think you're trading a nickel to get a quarterback.
I agree.
Like I really do.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to be.
I think you're getting more out of the season.
They also knocked the schedule out of the fucking park, doing Thursday night, Friday night into fucking
Yes.
wild card weekend. Marty's going to get mad because I love the calendar. The weekend before Christmas, ball hopping on the 18th.
I like your calendar tape.
You got you're doing a gift exchange. You're at a Christmas family party. This, that. You're like, this is fucking awesome. At night, you do whatever you got to do during the day, and then at night, you're just sticking around all night. Your wife's standing by the door. Is it time to go yet? No, they're fucking another TV timeout. Like, this is how it works.
Tonight,
Like pour another glass of Pinot. We ain't leaving. Like,
tonight is just loaded for you. Like you got Oregon, Washington at 8, and then you got UConn, Kansas, and basketball at 9. Come on, what's better than that?
what's
Friday
better
night?
than that is actually
No,
being in your house and having those 5 TVs going.
you're almost
A
there.
couple of weeks.
Almost there.
Couple of weeks.
You're
Couple of
almost
weeks.
there.
They pulled the paint up. We got a floor.
Those two games, like getting a sick basketball game like that, like
Yes.
that's a Final Four
This is
matchup.
the time of year that's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
and it's
really
one of
is.
those. I love being confused, or like around the holidays too, like the bowls start and whatever, and you're like, yeah, like West Virginia tonight. You got to ask what sport. You go, oh,
Yes.
hoops? Yeah, I like that kid. And you go, no, if they got a bowl game
Yeah.
against Tulane.
Are you?
Like, it's
That
just
is-
the best.
That is actually the funniest thing. Last year, I gave out a bet, and somebody thought, and it was like a close spread. Like I was like 3.5, and they were like the same exact spread happened in basketball and football. Like it might have been. It was like West Virginia or something. And so fucking funny. Like,
Are you?
You should have just. I hope it was it would have been funny if it was the exact same spread.
Yeah.
And the whole time they keep commenting which sport, and you're like, I'll let you know in 3
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. It was like
Are
one of my
you
buddies in the
guys-
group chat. He took the wrong game.
A little
Hilarious.
upset about the times of these games tomorrow?
Absolutely
tomorrow?
not. Absolutely,
You're
I think
okay
it's
with them?
perfect.
You're
I think
okay
it's
with Texas? Like
Yes.
the bigger games early.
Yeah.
Love it.
Florida
Because-
State. Obviously, it's still a big game.
'Cause here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Michigan blows them out, and that game's kind of a non-watch
That's at 12.
or a commercial. No, they're both at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So, like,
saying.
I do want Florida State Louisville to be a war. So the way I look at it,
I was meant like
sometimes
Alabama
it's
being that
better.
night.
Listen, we all love all the action and all the games. Sometimes it's better to be locked into Oklahoma State, Texas on the one TV at 12 o'clock, and then Georgia, Alabama locked in at 4 o'clock.
No, you're.
So,
I
like,
get. I'm saying.
Am I going to be looking in on SMU here and there on commercials?
No.
Yes, but
I'm asking. Would you rather like Florida State be or Michigan at 12, and then like Bama, Georgia is at 8, like the prime time 8 o'clock instead of like 4 o'clock?
I don't mind that game being at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I don't know how you guys do this. Like Saturdays. So Saturdays for me, because I'm not a college football guy, I go out with the wife and do the whole thing. I don't know how you guys keep your wives and fiancés happy with college football on Saturday and NFL on Sunday. There's no day.
That might have been your biggest
You know what it's called?
crazy comment ever.
Summer.
Keeping them happy.
You're watching
Yeah, I
the
mean-
fucking Seattle Mariners at 11 o'clock at night.
She's
on
already-
Labor Day starts. She fucking hates my guts. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
That's true, but she's
It's
just
just a matter of like, what's going on? That one year I got hosed. Like, you pick and choose your battles. The one time in the middle of September, Dave and Dan were like, you had Oklahoma State and you weren't watching against Tulsa, or like you didn't. It was time to go to the fucking feast in the city. I promised her, you know what? All right, the late games, you got to take a beating.
What movie
But-
did you go see?
What?
What movie did you see?
Oh, House of Gucci.
House of Gucci.
And I timed
Very
it.
good movie.
So she's like, when do you want to go? I said, how long is it? She said, 3 hours. I said, all right, we got to go to the latest 7 o'clock so I can get back for Duke Gonzaga at 10 o'clock. Like, okay, like that's compromise. But yeah, your statement of keeping them happy, buddy.
I gotta be honest. Let's watch.
Yeah.
Wanna watch
No,
that?
like,
that
and-
must be nice.
my wife, my wife loves
It's been
NFL.
lasting.
Let me know how long that
I
lasts.
swear, she really just doesn't care.
No, and my wife loves NFL, thank God. But like college was on, I think she'd be like,
Yeah, she got.
so we're going to the movies tomorrow night. We're gonna go out for dinner tomorrow night.
I tell this story all the time. The biggest trick ever was when we were first dating. She's like, so what like hobbies do you have? I'm like, to be honest with you, like, this is the only hobby I have, like sports. I don't like go out and play pool and smoke cigarettes and like I'm not, you don't do this, So okay, that's like cute. You're really into sports, like that's good. And then like basketball season happened and she was kind of into the tournament. She's watching me like pull out sheets of 52 different pools that I'm in. She's like, oh, like that's good. And then she thinks it's over. And then April starts and the Mets are running through.
Right.
And then that goes through. And then football's, and she goes, like 5 years later, she's like, when you said that was your only hobby, you didn't say it was a year-round hobby. I'm like, well, you didn't ask.
To be fair, though, like baseball is where you mix in a lot of
Yes.
things. Because even though I like watching it, it's
kind of better
still,
when the Mets are bad.
No, but yeah, it helps that. But also, like, it's game 46.
Yeah.
I can miss.
Right. I say it all the time.
Can't miss any week of football. It's
Right.
so big.
No. Yeah. So,
you can miss some of these college basketball games in November and December.
there are nights sometimes. I don't want to put it this way. I don't want to, but there are some nights on a Wednesday in January. Yes, I do fall asleep at 9, 10 o'clock. Like we're not robot. I wish I was a robot.
I'm shocked you guys haven't said this. Do you guys? I recently got a new apartment, so I plugged up the 2 TV set again, or 3 TV set, and I have the laptop open. We got Dancing with the Stars going, volume on, and I got my 2 college basketball games going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's-
need volume also ever.
I'll
I
be-
hate
just
like
let
I
me
think
just-
Big Ev said this last week too. I fucking don't ever care about who the announcer is. I really don't. Like I never
Not
really
really.
listen. Only time I'm listening is like when Dean Blandino comes on or whatever. I need for a rule fucking thing. Like I need.
If Raftery's on, I love hearing Raftery.
No, I like.
Oh, yeah.
I like hearing it, but like I also never like. Oh my god, I can't believe. Like a Frank gets so upset about.
But that was your 10 minutes on relationship advice from five idiots.
You're a coach with me. You know what you're signing up for.
Yes, yeah.
But but I'll be with me. You got Monday Night Football. You got Tuesday Night action. Conference UFC's on Tuesday and Wednesday now. You signed a contract with me. It's either you're in or you're out.
Yeah, it's the old scene when Tony tells Carmella, like, you were around, Dickie Moltisanti. You knew what you signed up for. I'm going to watch Conference USA and scratch my balls with a fucking high noon and fireball. That's how it's going to go.
We hung out for 2 years when we started dating. Like, you knew what life got into.
Yeah, exactly.
It also does help that it's our job.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's work.
I'm working. All right, I'm working.
No, but you guys all love this shit way before we were working here.
Oh,
Like I was, like.
Well, I'm working.
That's the labeling this as your job is like, oh, I'm on Twitter and I'm fucking watching games. The same shit I would have been doing, but I can't get in trouble is so fucking awesome.
Oh, it's not awesome.
Yeah, it sucks.
You go to bed at night. Sometimes you wonder if you're gonna wake up with a stab wound.
What was the first time that like your significant other saw you during and she was like, oh shit, this is next level? Like,
I'll never
scared.
Never forget. I'll tell you the game right now, and I have the video. I don't think I want to release it.
You might have to.
Kansas blew. I'll show you privately after the show. Kansas blew a 14 point lead with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the Big 12 semi against Baylor. It was 2016, I want to say. It was the game where the kid did an insane dunk, and they showed that guy with the Flavor Flav chain. Yeah. Then Self wouldn't call the timeouts.
Oh, yes.
Yo, it was a Friday night, and there is a video. She started videoing me to probably show the fucking FBI. It was just a
blackmail action. Yeah.
It was a possessed man. I'm in an attic with a pitched roof and my parents before we're gonna go out. I'm like, yeah, we'll go. There's no intention of going out. I was watching this game. And I'm about 6 inches away from the TV as the kid's getting worse and worse and worse. At one point, a kid from Baylor hits a three that bounces on the rim 12 times and rolls in. And I jump in a circle and go, no. That was the spot. And of course, how much you have on this? A couple of bucks. It's always
we're at rents next week. Not happening. But no, the best is when, even last night, when Brandon Cooks got his fourth catch, where he's that was the most. He got 2 yards.
He got 2 yards, right.
What the fuck was
and
that?
Marty and I text each other all excited.
Motherfucker, yes. That's plus 110 right there. And it's just so funny how stupid we are as human beings.
I think maybe we do an hour in July or something like that if anyone's interested, which is crazy. But if you're a girlfriend of a sports guy, and you want to come in and have a therapy session, I think would be a very funny.
That gay couple that
they ask questions, why does it matter?
Dating a gambler.
Yeah, I do think that'd be a funny hour in July.
Remember the gay kid that the gay couple that called in?
Yeah.
And he was talking. He's my boyfriend.
His partner didn't really like it.
And it's doesn't like it, but then he took him to a game and he worked them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can call in a healthy debate at any time, Monday through Thursday at 4 o'clock.
You could also call in here too, but it's
we
can plug it.
Phil, putting me in a bad spot in this locker room. What are you doing?
I'm promoting the show.
Well, we're on the show.
Yeah, that's
they can call into this show too.
We all promote.
I don't have the best.
We love them, but we're on a fucking show. Phil.
I'm thinking about 2024 completely changing the team. I'm just saying that, dude. 'Cause we're only gonna change one guy.
Oh, of healthy debate.
We could change.
What?
Locker room.
Yeah, change me. Change the whole locker room. I like that. Fuck it.
Switch
all right.
sits.
So that was marital advice, relationship maniacs.
Oh, also before we just move on to the next topics, Dakuchi, I want to have saving this for 10 minutes. Dakuchi said the third stringer. I know we love Dakuchi.
Yeah.
Dakuchi said the third stringer in FSU can absolutely sling it. I don't know if that changes anyone's perception.
All right.
I trust him.
I'll take his word. Ev, best or sorry. Marty, Ev, best bets. What are you feeling really in terms of championship weekend for the card? And then we'll kind of dive back into the NFL.
I got to be honest. I already have it Oregon today.
I'm on Oregon tonight. I'm on Oregon. I'm on New Mexico State. I took the over New Mexico State game.
Okay.
Honestly, my favorite bet. Me and Dan are aligned. I love that over in the SU championship game. I love it.
Seems like everybody's on Georgia. I'm a little worried about that, but
I literally was just having a moment when I was thinking about it that I've been on Georgia all week, and I'm debating swapping Alabama. I haven't locked anything in, but I might not even take a side because I love the over that much. I might just ride with the over because, I mean, Bama's been one of the best over teams all year. I really think Georgia's going to score quite a bit in this game. And I think Bama's going to get theirs. Like, they're going to get enough. Like, I thought this was going to be in, like, the high 50s. I was surprised it was mid-50s. I love the over.
Do you also see either team really, like, dominating the trenches with those guys? Those two lines are going to be really good in battling and fighting. I don't see a lot of teams, like, progressively running. I see a lot of shots. I see a lot of guys throwing the ball.
I did see someone was out for Bama.
I think they're both going to score a lot. I mean,
I do.
McClellan?
McConkey?
Somebody's out for
Bama?
Bama. I got to look who it was because I saw it and I was like, ooh.
So, all right. So that's where we're at with the championship weekend. We got a lot with that. NFL. I think that the 1 o'clock.
That's all we're doing championship weekend?
Yeah, wait. We didn't even talk about
You
it.
said you're on Oregon tonight?
I'm on Oregon.
What else you want?
I'm on Oregon tonight.
Give me a place.
I got Bama plus 6.5. And I want to talk about with you guys with Texas, Oklahoma State. I'm on Oklahoma State plus 15.5.
I think it would be beautiful if Gundy won walking out.
I see that Oklahoma State. Is he going somewhere?
Walking them out of the Big 12.
Got it. I missed. I think that they already spoiled Oklahoma, right? They beat them.
Yes.
Oklahoma State, yes.
Beat them,
Yes.
and also Oklahoma fans were fucking licking their chops, ready to play Texas again, and then they just came back and beat BYU, and so they stomped on them twice. Now they have they have another chance to spoil Texas and win it. And I think it's easier to play spoil than fucking have so much pressure for Texas to get into the playoff. I think 15.5 is too much. I think we were talking with Brad also. It just depends what Oklahoma State team shows up because
They've been very cat and mouse. Yeah, they've been very Jekyll and Hyde.
Because I want to take Oklahoma State with the points too, but my biggest fear is like Texas is very good at stopping the run, and that's exactly what Oklahoma State wants to do. That scares the shit out of me. So I took Texas Tech in that last game with like a similar spread, and Texas won by like 50. Yeah. Texas is playing their best ball right now, so that gives me a lot of pause. I was leaning Oklahoma State. I'm kind of undecided right now. That's why I almost want to talk it out. I love Michigan. I think Michigan wins by like 30 plus.
Oh yeah.
Iowa just can't score, and Harbaugh coming back, he will score 40 if he can.
Yeah, but what motivation does Michigan have to show anything in their playbook?
I don't think they don't need to show anything.
You know what? Iowa might be that bad. Yeah, it's
their defense is good.
We saw right. Iowa played Penn State. You know, Penn State won by like 30 plus. I think they shut them out.
Dude,
I just think it's two teams that like almost want to do the same things, and Michigan's just way better.
Yep.
Are you gonna take the over a half?
I did.
I'm just gonna
lay it with Michigan. I think they win.
No, he ain't fucking with Iowa.
Over a half's kind of fun though.
I did it just for that. It's just silly.
It's part of history.
Just based off I seriously think that like if JJ just throws one interception or just one fumble,
one turnover leads to a field goal.
One big play gets you in the field goal range.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you just fumble the ball.
Yeah.
It's a field goal.
Yeah, the big play is not going to happen. It's just the turnover.
I'm not worried about the big play. I'm worried about the mistake.
Yeah.
Fair.
Iowa has no one that can make a big play.
Fair.
On offense.
None.
On defense, maybe, and not offense.
With the right kickoff return, all you need is one break to get a field goal.
No, I'm not betting under half a point in the first half.
Yeah. If you like,
I'm betting the over. I'm betting over half point.
If you bet under a half, you're an absolute insane person. I think you're.
If you do, I respect.
When I bet under 47, I get fucking tight the entire game. Imagine under a half for each half. Fucking crazy.
Ev, what else you like in the undercard?
I like Miami of Ohio. I just like those MAC games are always like, I like just kind of like weird, like close games. So I know Marty enlightened me that Brad loves Boise State.
I do as well. I don't love him. I like him though.
That's his best bet.
I came in. I told Marty I like UNLV. So that gave me some pause. I respect Brad, but I think I still might have to go with my guns. UNLV's been very good. They're very good against the spread too. I'd love this to get to 3. It stayed pretty firm at 2.5, but I think I'm going to take UNLV. I might take the over also in that game.
I jumped on it because of Brad, so I'm on Boise State. Why do you think UNLV is the better option here?
they've just been like all year. They've been so tough. Like listen, it's a 2.5 point spread on a. I'm pretty sure it's neutral. Is it a new UNLV?
I'm pretty positive the Mountain West has always been a home
neutral, right?
championship game.
Let me look real quick. I thought it was neutral.
Wait, Legion Stadium in Las Vegas, where
so neutral.
But no, I thought UNLV was playing. Oh,
that's where the Raiders play.
All right, yeah. So they did bump it.
Raiders play.
They did bump it.
So I guess it's in their home city, but it's
right.
technically neutral. I don't think that matters. Much.
Ev, just for clarification, I thought I read this. So last week, San Jose State beats UNLV 37-31. The game was at Allegiant Stadium.
So maybe they do.
So it is, yeah. I was pretty confident in that.
They play their home games there.
Yeah.
Right, so you're right, actually.
Wait, really?
They're building that new facility.
Is Alabama,
That's
Georgia
right, you're right. That's right.
in Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Doesn't matter. Georgia's
I know
fucking.
Bama also.
It's a 50-50 split with those tickets.
No, I know. The Bama always will travel.
Yeah.
It's just.
So you're on UNLV.
I also I think I'm gonna go with UNLV. I also kind of like Troy as well. They run the shit out of the ball. Good quarterback too. They're just studs. I really like Troy. I think they match up well with App State as well. They beat teams pretty soundly too.
I haven't watched much of the Sun Belt.
I've seen a lot of people be on App State, and I really don't know why. I'll lay 5.5 with Troy, and I'm gonna bet on Louisville.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going Louisville too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
I'm gonna take Louisville.
I think if you like Oregon tonight, they could be playing for style points to leave no doubt tomorrow.
I've already hammered them 9.5.
Yeah.
I think that they fucking smash them.
I do. I think if they're up, I could see one of those games where it's like they jump up, let's say 10-0 right away, or 14-0. You're like, Washington's going to come back in this. They're a team of destiny, and I think it's more on Oregon's total.
I think
Oregon could be playing for style points.
I want Oregon to. Brad also brought up a good point too, Ev. If you just are scared of the number of Oregon, just bet Bo Nix to win the Heisman if you think they're going to win, because you get
that's fair.
Laying less. Yeah.
But I also think I want Oregon to get the ball first and just fucking drive down the field, touchdown, just
and go for two.
If
that's when Oregon's playing for.
Yes.
If they go up 8-0, it's over. Just mark my words. So, it is what it is. All right, Sunday. I think a shitty 1:00 slate, but I know everybody loves it. Let's just go down the board. Love, pass to a degree. How do you want to do it? You want to go down through every game, or you want to rather just say which ones you love, and then various opinions?
We can just go through everyone real quick.
All right. Yeah. Denver, Houston. Houston -3, 47.5. Who loves something in this game?
Denver.
Over.
Nobody else.
I think over.
Right. I don't have a read on it. I
have Denver.
Broncos are red hot. The Texans are good. It's just kind of two teams. They're good. They're okay, but it's.
Chargers -5.
Denver's their last fight they beat Green Bay, Kansas City, Buffalo, Minnesota, and Cleveland. That's pretty good.
That is.
It's not like slouches. They're all decent.
Pretty sure Russell Wilson has 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah, he's been managing. He has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Chargers -5.5 going to Foxborough.
Love Chargers here.
40.5.
This feels like the kind of game where Herbert just goes off and they win 40-10. This feels like he has those games where it's like this is why we put him on a pedestal. Maybe too much.
You feel comfortable laying anything with Herbert at this point?
The Patriots? Bailey
Yes,
Zappi?
the Patriots are that bad, but
Herbert,
this is a team.
Quietly.
Here's the other thing, Clemmer. Don't you think it's so easy the Chargers laying the 5.5? I think this is kind of a hold your nose Patriots game.
Patriots defense hasn't been bad. Bailey's happy he's got to throw.
When have you seen Herbert play well in cold weather?
I have to go back and look. I don't know.
Been a while. I think it's a hold your nose Patriots. Grossest game on the board. Give me the Patriots.
Under.
It's a good pick too.
Staley's got to get fired, right?
Yeah.
He will.
Oh, yeah.
He just won't do it in the beginning.
Ken Jack says they don't fire midseason.
4-7
They're
with this team. They're
4-7. He's gone.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be wrong about this game because I'm always wrong about this fucking team. But I'm going to take the Lions -4.5 going to the Saints, over under 46.5. Lions off of a bad loss with a long extended period of time here, and the Saints are dying.
This is how the Saints.
Saints,
Saints
of
win
course.
This game.
The Saints are bleeding out. I think the Lions can drive a knife right through the heart. Don't ban me, YouTube. Fucking pussies. But I think that the Lions smash here. A lot more to prove. Been a better team. Dan Campbell's telling them how bad they are. They're sick of hearing it. They get out on the field and hit somebody. Lions minus 4.5 here. Best bet. Potentially a hammer play. And I already know I'm on the wrong side.
I like the Saints.
I know I'm on the wrong side of it.
I love the Saints.
I think the Saints are such a good
I
play
love the
because you
Saints.
just said the same thing about the Lions. What the Saints just did. The Saints just came off a bad loss to the Falcons in
But
the
the Saints
division.
are bad. Though, do you
But
get my point?
I don't think the Lions
But
are.
the Saints are like a not that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I watch them almost every week.
Olave's coming alive. Like he's starting to play really well. Honey Badger's playing well on defense. Like their defense. I just think that what you just said to Clemmer about the Patriots and the Chargers is the same thing about this game as well. Like the Lions are almost a little too easy.
All right, let's look at the Saints real quick. Okay, this is their resume. Wins against the Titans, Panthers, Patriots, Colts, Bears. Losses to the Packers, Bucs, Texans, Jaguars, and Vikings. Falcons. They haven't even really beaten anybody good.
To the Lions.
And they've lost to some bad teams too.
They haven't played like maybe
Lions beat the
one good
Chiefs.
team.
Without.
They've played like one good team out of that group.
That's like it's just level of competition.
Take the Chiefs out of the Lions because it's an asterisk. But hey, they still beat them. But still, go.
After that, it's not.
It's not anything to write home about either.
And they lost to the Seahawks. They lost to the Ravens.
beat the Falcons,
the
beat the Packers, beat the Panthers, beat the Bucs, smoked by the Ravens, beat the Raiders who were like pesky,
Stop it.
beat the Chargers, beat the Bears, and lost to the Packers on Thanksgiving.
So they don't have.
But yes, the
much
Lions
going
don't have a world beater schedule. But man, the Saints are bad, dude.
You're doing a fill. Oh no, they didn't lose you of Survivor. That was the Bills.
No. I think it's the Lions.
Lions by 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already said I know I'm going to be wrong, so that's
I'm
my.
staying away from this game.
This was going to happen. We're going to talk. The Lions are going to win. Saints are going to like choke away the game. The Saints like should win the game, and they're not gonna. But they'll lose close.
Yeah. Steelers minus 5.5 home against the Cardinals 41.5. Anybody?
It's tough because I want to take the Cardinals, but the Steelers defense at home is so good.
Kyler
maybe
Murray
an
has
under.
that team playing a lot better. I'm afraid of the Cardinals a little bit.
I want to take the Cardinals a lot, but under maybe 2. I mean, the Steelers just play under ball.
I'm going Cardinals.
Falcons minus 2 heading to MetLife for the Jets 33.5.
Love the Jets. Love the Jets.
Why?
Because
It's getting so.
horrific too.
I want to love the Jets. It's getting so hard to bet them.
Dude,
They just suck so bad.
This is the week.
Tim Boyle is so
Wilson's
bad.
Boyle, they're just
Boyle's
horrible.
horrible.
You might only need like 14 points
That's
to win
what
the
I'm
game.
saying.
You could win fucking with 4 field goals.
You don't think that the Jets are going to get in a position where Aaron Rodgers might have to play?
No.
No.
I
do
I
not.
also think he's crazy too.
Oh.
Like
I think they might.
But they're
No, they're not.
So,
They're not.
so
Mike.
bad. Like, why would they?
They're 4-7, Mark. They're not. They're terrible.
Something real
I saw
fast.
a quote tweet about Rodgers. Did you guys see this? Where someone was like, Rodgers is just going to basically, he's not going to play. He's just going to want to step on the field, be like, see, I beat modern medicine.
Oh, 100%.
And it's going to be like a whole, like, I did like the hoodoo, like I took the path less traveled.
Dude,
and
he
let's make
has
a point out of it.
He
I actually
has,
think
I
that's
actually respect
hilarious.
the fuck
He
out of it.
walks on the field, gets the standing ovation, takes a delay a game, and takes his helmet off and walks back off. Everyone in the stadium
goes
will be
on
like,
Rogan and
what
is
the
like, I
fuck
beat
was
modern
that?
medicine.
he has the most
Like, yeah, but you didn't
undefeated-
play. He'd be like, no, but I could have played. It's like, what?
Why would I play?
That's
It's
what it was.
where-
That's what it was.
Right. Why would I? It's a bizarre.
Listen, he has the best. He has beaten the content creator like coat. He just walks and people fucking jerk him off. That's what he's doing. He doesn't have to actually do anything. He's just gotta flick the ball and do a three-step drop back, and that's it in practice.
He's kind of like Dave with the New York Post.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna write a story on Dave choosing fucking Frosted Flakes in the morning over Fruit Loops.
Every week.
they're
Holy
doing.
shit, Aaron Rodgers is doing that.
Crazy, yeah.
That's it. He hasn't done anything yet.
Bosco, that's what it was too. It was It was he's not going to play, but he's going to like make the story being like, oh, we would have, but we were out of playoff contention. And that's what it was. It was
crazy.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
So I have a question for you guys. On a scale of 0 to 100, what odds would you give that Falcons-Jets is a tie?
Most times those ties I feel like are 8 or 10 to 1. I would say that this one is a little lower. I'm going to go 4.5 to 1.
I don't know if there's odds on it.
I would bet of all the games to tie on the board, I think this one would be the highest probability, if that makes sense. It's your team, Clemmer. Which way are you feeling on this one?
I'm staying away. The game is gross and weird, and I don't like it at all. I'm done betting. I don't want to bet on the Jets anymore, and I don't like betting against them, so I'm against it. Jets are in my graveyard, buried.
I'm all over Jets, yeah.
Colts -1 heading to the Titans, 42.5.
Now, this is tie written all over it. This is the same exact team.
They haven't had a tie yet this year, correct?
I don't think so.
No. I don't think so either.
No.
What the fuck did you just drink? What was that?
It's fucking crazy in Chicago. It's water.
Oh,
and like the
box
hotel,
water?
Every water, it's boxes. We're getting ridiculous. It's crazy.
It makes me think you're not drinking water.
It doesn't get cold. You put it in the fridge, it doesn't it doesn't hold the cold away like a bottle does.
Hey, that's true.
It's nonsense. Fuck the environment.
I respect
Be careful.
I respect that.
On the YouTube.
We're not gonna be around when the environment's dog shit anyway.
Yeah,
Global warming? Pff, long
fucking
dead.
boxed water. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this could be a tie as well. Ev, any opinion?
I mean, the Titans fucking stink, but yeah, baby,
Colts.
under.
I'm leaning on the under here.
This is a game I will probably stay away.
Although the Colts have hit their team total over a lot. They've kind of scored a lot, but they've had a few recently they haven't.
42.5.
Jonathan Taylor's out.
Dolphins -9.5 heading to the Commanders, 49.5. Kind of like the over. I think.
I'm the other way. I love the under.
Nah, I like the over.
Why?
Over.
Why?
Because I think the Dolphins can name their number. I think the Commanders have been
Commanders will score some.
okay in terms of scoring. I know they look like shit against Thanksgiving, but they're
The guy leads the league in passing yards.
yeah. I mean, he's throwing the ball all over the place. So
because they're just losing. Like they're gonna get scored on a bunch, and they're gonna score a little bit.
It's a big number. I got it at 50. I'm on the under here, big time. It's a large number with a Washington offense that I don't trust entirely. I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm just saying I don't trust them as much.
Wait a second. Did you guys see the Adidas and Kevin Durant stuff?
no, what happened?
So Kevin Durant quote tweeted Anthony Edwards, and it's in some other account was like, "Do you think Kevin Durant would ever wear Anthony Edwards' Adidas sneaker?" And Kevin Durant said, "Won't ever see me put a big toe in those motherfuckers." And Adidas tweeted, "You dusty, about to retire soon anyway." and then Adidas deleted it. So someone's got fired at it.
Somebody got fired. Yeah.
You dusty, about to be retired
That's
anyway. It's just funny, but yeah, they deleted it.
Somebody got fired. That's hilarious. Panthers heading to the Bucs. Bucs -5.5, 36.5. This is a gouging fucking
Games are
You
awful.
couldn't pay me to watch this fucking game.
Bucks, hammer them.
Pretend it doesn't exist. Move on.
No,
That's what I do with most Bucs
You just
fans.
can't. But the Panthers are so bad.
yeah, and the Bucks offense
they've
is
been
competent enough to beat them.
The Panthers have been the sharp play over and over and over. They never cover. They stink.
They've won one game, and that was against that was the only game that I thought was they had a chance just because of the Stroud hype at the time, and they won 16-14 or something.
Yeah, 15-14.
Yeah.
Rams -3.5, hosting the Browns, 40.5. Big game.
This is a
Kind of.
tough game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a Flacco game.
Flacco.
I think it's going to be a Flacco game, and that's what scares me. I don't know.
Oh, then
Seeing how
the
bad he
Rams.
was, but I think you got to go Rams.
Rams. Flacco was with the Jets the last couple years. He's terrible. He's horrible. I'm telling you.
That clip of Stavros.
That makes me want to take the Browns.
That clip of
Yeah,
that.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was
Because
like, oh,
you
man.
see what he did on the Jets, and I get it. He was bad, but that Jets team is totally different than this Browns team.
Why?
The Browns defense is
It's
really,
Jets defense is really good last
their
year.
offense is
Yeah, it's
way
same.
better than their offense is way better than what the
Browns
Jets
have
was
guys
last
around.
Garrett Wilson last year. I mean, Flacco.
year. If Amari Cooper, they like four, like I'm
Elijah
telling.
Moore, Joku.
Yeah, like they have
The
all he
run
has.
game.
He has to
You guys
have to
wanna-
turn the ball over.
You guys want to ride with Joe Flacco? Go ahead. Have fun. I'm going to ride with Matt Stafford.
Okay, there you go. I'm taking the Browns. He has the ability to change me that fast.
That clip of that Stavros guy though, being like,
Flacco?
yeah, it's floating around.
Yeah.
It's like something about, but I don't know, man. There's something about Flacco. It's fucking
Yeah, I
unbelievable.
just trust him.
Yeah,
I just trust
he's
him.
fucking hysterical.
He's got a new
so
one about
funny.
Harden that's fucking hilarious. He's like, I relate to James Harden. He's like a fat fuck that doesn't want to do his job, but it's like pretty good at it. He's like, I relate with that. Michael Jordan couldn't be like couldn't align with him less. Like,
Yeah. He's
I'll,
just
I'll
facts,
show you
though.
guys the what?
That is facts.
Yeah, it was so like I'll show you guys the clip. It's fucking hilarious.
funny guy. For the marquee games now winding down. 49ers -3 going to the Eagles 47.5. I probably trust the 49ers here. I don't love this spread. I took the Eagles last week, pushed.
Niners.
Yeah, I think it's a Niners. We had remember that little period of time where it was like, ooh, I don't know, 49ers come back to earth.
Stupid.
49ers now can kind of cement, well, I shouldn't say cement the 1 seed. Actually, shit, can the 49ers go get the 1 seed in this one?
Get it.
No, not in this
Not
one.
in this one.
Not in this one, but close. So the 49ers might be playing for that if it's an NFC de facto championship game down the road.
I'm sorry. Is it at 49ers?
Yeah. No, it's at the Chiefs. At the Eagles. At the Eagles. What the fuck did I
love
say?
the 49ers.
Did anyone just hear that?
Yeah, I did.
40, you said 49ers. Where's the game? It's at the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Neutral site. Yeah, I think you got to go with the 49ers here. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be very entertaining. But I think the 49ers are.
You're
the
thinking
play.
too much into it, Ev. I see your face. I see you fucking.
Yeah, you're flopping. You're flopping.
because you know the Eagles haven't looked great, and they keep pulling out wins, and they win, and then they win, and everyone's been the 49ers. I get it, but I think this is the one. I get it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I know. I'm
going back and forth.
I read Big Ev's face everything we say, but I get it. I get it.
That's a tough one.
Because I feel like everyone's like the 49ers because they've looked so good, but like I don't know. I'm going with my gut here.
It's like people are just waiting for the Eagles to like lay the big egg, and they just. I mean, obviously the Jets they lost, but I mean they just haven't really done it.
The Eagles haven't played
even
a full game
when
yet.
they look bad, they get dominated and they win.
Yeah, their first halves have been.
Chiefs,
If anything,
Bills.
49ers first half I would like.
I hate that it's in Lincoln Financial. Because when I first saw the line, I just assumed it was in San Francisco.
It's just such a
The laying
interesting.
3 on the road is crazy.
I could just see
The
though
Eagles.
all 49ers fans being like, "See, if we had Brock Purdy last year, would have been a we would have won Super Bowl." I don't know.
Now they're gonna. That's the thing too that gives me pause. The Niners are gonna want that one back really bad,
Yeah,
and the Eagles are due for like just like have a game to just not get like the bounce.
yep, I agree.
Mark in Philly, by the way, called in and suggested Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown and got it -135. I think that's a smart play.
Yeah, it's almost like McCaffrey touchdowns now. It's like you almost like it's. I can't say it's a bad bet. 'Cause
Matt, that's -200 for that. For
Yeah.
Hurts is -135. That's a big difference.
just a better defensive line.
Mark in Philly, I think, had 15 unit bomb on Hurts anytime touchdown last week.
And a hit.
Scored twice.
It's a bomb.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a hit. We'll be streaming this one. You should text Hubs right now before we forget. 'Cause I don't
Oh, he is. I already talked to him about it.
All right. Chiefs -6 going to Lambeau 8:20 at night. Freezing fucking cold. We think Taylor's going to this one.
And maybe raining.
This is a relationship tester.
I think she's.
Oh, you like me? You think I'm a cool guy? Come to Lambeau and freeze your fucking skirt off.
Freeze what? She's in a box.
It's still
freezing
cold,
nothing.
man. Still cold walking in. Still
Possible
cold.
snow, possible rain, high of 36 that day in Green Bay.
Yeah. Chiefs -6, big number. Who's laying it? Who's got anything to kind of touch on?
Give me the Packers at home. +6.
I'm going
Fade
Chiefs.
the Chiefs. You will win money.
I'm on the Chiefs. I'm also on Kelsey anytime touchdown. I guess -105.
Okay. I don't really have I don't know if I want to lay.
I'm gonna see how I do on Sunday.
Yeah,
I
maybe-
can't. I'm leaning Chiefs, but because the Packers have been actually playing pretty well, and Jordan Love is seemingly the guy
Yeah.
there now.
He's had a good last couple of games.
But That's a hold your nose. Packers +6 if you take them.
I think it depends.
Anytime betting against the Chiefs, you hold your nose for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the one. All right. Anything else stand out in terms of college championship, big picture type of situations?
Who's but just basketball quick? Kansas-Yukon. Who do you think?
It doesn't shock me. Obviously, Kansas at home being favored.
It's 2.5.
2.5. I just think it's a shame it's on a Friday night on December 1st, and it's potentially a national championship game. Now, don't get me wrong.
We have it right now. Just enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I will enjoy it. Yes, I'd love to see it a couple of times down the road. But yeah,
I think Kansas. I think that Klingon's going to get kind of bodied by Hunter.
Oh, I thought the exact opposite.
I think Klingon's not
pretty
great
good
on defense. I think
Yeah,
that.
I think that's a great matchup. Honestly, I think UConn wins by 10+.
I would. That's insane.
Like
the thing to
UConn,
always worry about is Kansas' shooting. It doesn't seem like they have a guy that that's our knockdown guy.
Yeah, they don't have a guy to play off Hunter. Hunter's a really good. I love Hunter. He's so good, but he needs shooters around him, and it's not like he's really fulfilled them. Like Klingon's surrounded by shooters. Cam Spencer is one of the best shooters in the country.
It's
like
honestly,
Tristan Newton's playing as the best point guard in the country right now.
Juwan Harris needs to
Caravan, UConn's fucking loaded.
They're loaded. Cam Spencer is
You got to let Harris shoot a little bit more. I agree.
He won't.
more.
He won't.
He doesn't want to.
Yeah, that's the problem.
McCullough needs to play better, and also Timberlake needs to stop being a pussy.
Timberlake has sucked.
He's being people were saying that Timberlake was a steal of the transfer portal, and Cam Spencer was whatever. Because I think UConn was looking at Timberlake.
Where did Timberlake come from?
Towson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, Cam Spencer was
Made
for UConn.
Well, yeah,
there's a lot of names.
Well,
out there.
I was talking to Jack Back. Jack Back's I was I actually think UConn, you have to fulfill Hawkins and Sonogo, but you have Klingon, who you can make the argument was better than Sonogo last year, who was a really fucking good player. But Joey Calcaterra, Cam Spencer is so much better than Joey Calcaterra, Joey California. So I'm
going Kansas.
I love UConn in this one. I knew you were gonna go Kansas. I'm going UConn.
Well, of course I am, but I also was really thinking about it. It's one of the toughest environments to play. That is a very tough environment. I think that I think that Hunter is gonna have his way with Klingon. I don't know why. Because I've been seeing Klingon on defense. I think Hunter might have a little trouble with him on defense, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would lean Kansas. I like DeJuan Harris. I do think take a look at DeJuan Harris's assists as well because he's such a natural guy. He is their distributor. If it's around 6 or 7. See if you pull up a number.
I think McCullough's is the guy.
Might be a little closer to
really good.
Game time. It wasn't on the drive-in, so.
I think McCullough's just the guy, the X factor that they need to be playing well. Because Hunter's going to get 20 and 10. It's all about McCullough.
Yeah. But yeah,
Duke's might have sold me on UConn.
I like.
Yeah, but you just I get it. Their guards are really fucking good, but also,
dude, they're such a better team than Kansas right now.
That's just not true.
They're probably
such a better team is not true. They could be a better team, but such a better team Kansas is bigger. They're gonna out rebound them 100%. KJ Adams can out rebound any one of them.
And UConn will outshoot them.
UConn's probably
spread
deeper
the floor
now.
way more. This is also without UConn's lottery pick, second lottery pick. I don't know. I love UConn.
Yeah, I could tell. I don't know. To say they're so much better than Kansas.
There's 3 complete teams. I mean, not to say Kansas is an unfinished product. At the end of the year, they could be really good, or they are really good right now. But I'm saying complete team. I haven't seen Kansas play a complete game yet.
They played one complete game. It was who'd they play in Maui?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Even the Kentucky game, I got more. The more I got from the Kentucky game, the only thing I got away from that was Kentucky looked good without their big guys.
Right. Yeah, but Kansas showed a lot of fight coming back like that. So yeah, it's a good one.
There's a lot of other games. Did you see Xavier Houston? Houston's another that's 8. I know. I'm actually intrigued. You're kind of a Xavier guy.
Yeah, I don't think they're as elite in the past couple of years. I was more excited about last year.
Xavier also is.
I like Miller, but I
went off a bad loss too, so I
don't think Xavier is as good as they were in the past couple of years. Yeah. And I'm a big Houston guy. You've talked me into squishing. Houston, I have said it on our pod. I said it a bunch of different. Houston's building something now that like you look and they're a power in basketball. 1-2 seed every year for the last couple. Like Bill just.
The thing that's so intriguing about them, I think, is you could kind of have they had the Gonzaga route a little bit last year in the past couple of years where you could kind of fall asleep going into the tournament, and maybe like last year I think it kind of hurt them, but they're going into the Big 12, and right now I think it's like them and Kansas as like two of the top 3 teams in there. The Big 12's back.
It is, yeah. No, I've never left basketball.
BYU being in the Big 12
thought
makes
that
no
they
sense.
might take a drop off this
Yes.
year. Every single team's in the top 60, like every analytics.
Do you get confused about BYU being in the Big 12?
1,000%.
I saw it again. I'm like, fuck.
I'm gonna get more confused Arizona State being in the Big 12.
But like BYU, like now BYU's in
Yes,
the
I
Big 12.
know,
Where I'm
yeah,
like,
it's-
what the fuck?
It's a lot. So
You want a stat about BYU right now? I know you guys don't like Ken Pom. Number 9, Ken Pom, BYU.
interesting. Clement,
That's
you
crazy.
seem like you passed on a lot of games. Just give us your NFL card here to close it out.
Yeah, I got Miami, Washington under 50. The Chargers Chargers minus 5.5. I got the Rams and the Browns under 40.5. I also like the Rams there, and I got Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown.
I might just be on the Lions. Might only be on the Lions on the NFL. It's been
That's
okay.
it.
I know Marty's like breaking my. I've been pretty good cutting the card down, where it's like 2-1, 2-0 on a sweep. Like I have been cutting the NFL
That's fine.
card down. I think
Honestly,
I'm
what you should be doing.
doing better with the spots. So I've done it in college. It's been okay. I've cutting it down on the NFL. Watch all the games, know what's going on. But I'm in
spots?
I'm trying to pick spots that I like.
Marty's the NFL king right now of the show.
People aren't talking about. I did win the month.
Won the month, and is it for the whole season? Marty's the NFL king,
I told you that
been good
the
on
other day.
first
You told
touchdown.
me no.
or regular.
and I'm correcting it. I brought it up. See, you give this guy a compliment, and he's a fucking moron.
I am 88, 75, and 2 November plus 11 units. I told people I don't stay hot.
Have been pretty good for
I
college.
don't stay
basketball.
hot for long.
In football,
I don't stay hot.
red
for
hot for
long.
NFL.
Just fucking ride me right now.
All right, so what are you
And
on
then
tonight, college-wise?
I'm on Oregon minus 9.5, like big, and then I'm on Kansas just money line. I'm not fucking with the 2.5.
Have dabbling anything else hoops tonight, or are you just on? I think you had. What do you have? Oregon.
Yeah,
and,
I'll say I'm on Oregon minus 9.5. I'm on New Mexico State plus 11.5. Over New Mexico State, Liberty over 56.5. And Dukes might have talked to me. I might take UConn.
Might take
2.5.
Okay.
Dukes might have talked to me.
I'm actually on the under in Oregon tonight. I'll probably play Harris's assists, and I love the Lions this weekend. Dukes, what are you on?
I saw some guys in the chat saying UConn hasn't played on the road. Fair point. I mean, obviously, Allen Fieldhouse is the hardest place to play. But I'm on Houston minus 8, UConn plus 3, and the money line. And I'm on Liberty minus 4 in basketball against College of Charleston.
Yo, Liberty's going
Who's-
back to back.
Weird.
I think is it a neutral site? Where the fuck was that game last night? No, it was in Boca.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is a big thing. Like, I just saw Duke play at Arkansas. Like, it's a huge difference in the game. And
This is unheard of, though. They played in Boca, and now Charleston's playing. We're not. Oh, it is a back-to-back.
Boca?
Liberty is in Boca.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: because Liberty's listed as home, and I go, they're gonna go back to. It must have been
crazy. Yeah.
So they're playing Charleston down in Boca. It's some kind of Boca MT or whatever. So, all right, that makes sense with Liberty.
Last question before we go. What was your guys' ESPN channels?
28, 29.
That's crazy. We lived in this. What did you
21.
Spectrum.
have? Oh, mine was 36.
21 and 71.
What?
No, they got. I think they got to be next to each other.
ESPN2 was 71.
Yeah, mine was
I can't
36 and
recall what it
35.
was.
I think they got to be next to
Same
each other.
Marty.
Yours still?
36. Also, chat said I'm also on Washington plus 9.
Okay.
But chat, this Smitty V 2.0 said teams that rematch in the Pac-12 title game. I know this is like probably
You read me the stats. It's a good one. It's a good one to end on. Give me that.
teams that won the first game are 7-1 in the rematch. So teams that won the first game are 7-1 in the rematch.
Against the spread or outright?
I think he's saying outright.
It
And
was
then-
Washington.
If somebody
love
super
Oregon.
chatted us, do you have any UFC plays?
Oh, yeah, it's a good card this week. I like all of the dogs in the main card. I like honestly, I like a few of the dogs. I would take a shot at Dariush. I'd take a shot at Bobby Green. I like Gaslam too. And I like Brundage also as a dog, I think has some value. He's plus like 200. And Soriano by knockout.
All right.
Shout
Can
out
we
to
end it
UFC
on the
guys.
Stavros clip?
Yeah, please.
That is the most I've ever connected to an athlete. Because it's like, yeah, fuck working hard, dude. Go get fat as shit and still get what you want. That's awesome. He's not going to win a championship. Jordan, I cannot relate to Michael Jordan. Being obsessed with your fucking job like a fucking nerd, wanting to be the best in the world, not having a relationship with your kids. Harden is living life, dude. Yeah. And if you're thinking about the kind of guy you want, and he's always won everything. He's gotten to play with all his friends. Like when he moved to the Nets, and it was like, I just want to hang out with KD again. That's the most like, yeah, dude. You're past your prime. You won your MVPs.
They did video games a lot, I heard.
Yeah, dude. They got drafted. They were in OKC together, and they was like, fuck it, we're going back there. And they played with Russ again, and it was like, I relate to being in your 30s and just wanting to hang out with your boys when you were 20.
Yeah.
Like he fucking like.
That's a great point, man.
That is the most I've ever.
I mean, it's so.
You pull the other fucking Stavros
It's
clip
like-
too. I think it's on Pardon My Takes TikTok.
And the
I
thing
can't
with
get
all
enough
the-
of this guy.
On this-
I haven't
made
watched much.
such
I haven't
amount of
gone out
money.
of my way because it's football now to watch his stand up and things like that. I gotta watch more of this guy.
Oh,
Yo, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
real quick.
He does great crowd work too. Very good crowd work.
An Oklahoma State frat house killed a Longhorn before the Texas game.
I don't like that.
Don't love that, but that's crazy.
Wow. Wow.
It's like really like there's a video. We should not.
Why?
That's tough.
I'm just
Don't be
telling you what
assholes.
happened.
You could be fans. Don't be
Why are you
assholes.
getting mad at me?
I'm not mad at you. No, I'm mad at this. I'm mad at the story. I'm not mad at
it's
you.
it's fucked up. You should never do that.
What are we doing? Oh, I don't want to.
Jesus
I don't want to.
Christ.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Assholes.
And
On
this
that
episode's
note,
taken
I'm going to take this Oklahoma State hat off.
Pay for this whole full episode, $9.99.
Yeah.
Also, with that stuff, I saw Dave's video this morning. It's like we're not smart enough to scam people. Like people think we're scamming. Like we put 3 and just now it's like, oh, let's now make them pay because we know it's good. We would want this on YouTube more than anything in the world. We want to give it for free. It's an amazing. I know what happens, and I still watch every night. Like can't wait to see what happens. I pay $10 for coffee.
It's $1.60 an episode.
I paid $10 for coffee. You pay $10. You pay $40 for one meal.
Yeah, I very much took the stance of it's a shit situation that we were put in, and we're trying to make the best of it.
Yeah, and like
And
I
some
will
people
make.
are always going to say that was probably not the right move, this and that.
It might put it for free. You don't know.
I think the content speaks for itself. It's an unbelievable program.
Marty, you might like this. Me and Rico were saying, like, yeah, like if you have to cancel someone's OnlyFans subscription, do it. Meek Phil will give you the Discord.
Yes. So, all right. On that note, it was a good Friday championship weekend into December. Let's enjoy some college hoops, some football, and be back on Monday. Ev, get better. Enjoy it. Send us your winners. Like and subscribe on whatever the fuck this network is.
Barstool Gambling YouTube.
Exactly. Right. But, until they censor us. But they love us, whatever. Take it easy. See you on Monday.